So I was in Knoxville the other day, right? And there's a hardware store. And I'm like, well, there's nothing else to do, so I go into the hardware store. As I walk up to the door, there's a sign that says masks must be worn beyond this point. So you got to put on a mask to go in there. And I had a bandana on, and bandanas aren't good masks to protect from COVID or whatever, because you can see through them, and if you can see through it, then it won't work. You have to like have an actual mask on. So I started to take it off and pull on an actual mask and put it on. And then one of the guys works there come up to me and is like, "Oh, you don't gotta wear that. You don't gotta wear that. You see that sign? Everybody's walking up to the sign." And when they see the sign, they start barking at it like my neighbor's dogs bark at flies. And then they like don't wear a mask. But wherever they go up to people, they like go up to their face. Well, Knoxville. Anyway, I go in, there's nothing there, I leave. I'm driving home, right? And then there's this truck, alright? And I see a little sticker on the window, and I look at it, and it says, honk if you voted for Trump. And I'm like, well, looks like I'm not honking. And then my mom said something about she saw when she was driving home. So she's driving home, there's this old truck with a blanket hanging over the back window, which is illegal because you can't hang stuff over your back window. And this is what it had written on it. There was a big middle finger on it, and there was the F word, and then Biden, and then there was the F word again, and said F Biden and F you for voting for him. And that's not the first time I've seen something like that. I didn't see the flag, my mom did, but I was at the gun show one time, and I was driving out. There was this old, like, town and country minivan that was red, and a huge sticker on the big trunk, and it said, F Biden and F you for voting for him. I'm like, geez. Like, who even... There's another... And then I'm on 66. I've seen this multiple times. There's this big, white 2000s-ish F-350 dually with a flag that says the big F word and then Biden underneath it. Like, geez, like, my only question, the only thing I will say to that is, why would you go out in public with that? Why would you go out in public with a big flag or sticker that has the F word on it in the first place? Jeez. Well, who the heck would even want to be seeing that vehicle? I expect that the next time I see Mannequin Joe, he'll have a flag that says the F word on it. I'll probably be expecting that. I'm gonna get a new truck, buy a new flag for $99 at Walmart that has the F word on it and a big middle finger. Yeah, it's the perfect thing to add to my big 1999 long bed, standing glazed monster cook noodle. Yeah. And with those flags too, kind of hurts my feelings a bit because I kind of like Biden. So, well, I can imagine somebody has like a sticker of like Biden on their window, and they just like roll down the window, pull up next to the guy, just roll up in front of him and drive off. That'll be hilarious. I'm pretty sure my mom said that guy's probably got pulled over with the cops because you can't hang stuff over your back window. Like, the thing is, people here love to cloud up their back window of junk. I've seen many cars, back windows covered in these dumb stickers of whatever the heck. I don't know. Just, you can't see out your back window. Like that, it's against the law, but cops don't give a crap. So, the Knoxville Police Department is rated 2.8 stars on Google Maps. That don't surprise me, because anyway, so earlier this year, there was a log run like there is every year. But in this time in Pigeon Forge, it got a bit crazy. So there's this video online of a gas station. I know that gas station. I know where it is, and I go there a lot. That's like a place I grew up around. Like, I still live here. That's a gas station that's very familiar to me. It's like, right thing where I live. And Though the video is big mob of rednecks beating each other up, right? Huge mob of people shouting and pushing each other and go, and then someone pulls out a gun and shoots 2 shots in the air, and then the guy's like, oh crap, and turns off the camera. Jeez. And I'm pretty sure he might have got caught, but the cops were looking for him afterwards. Also, speaking of cops, this year, the number of cops has quadrupled. There are cops underneath my couch, there are cops in the ceilings, they're everywhere. Every time I drive off, like 800 cops, like, you better be following the law or you're gonna be going to the pound. The cops are everywhere now. This place used to feel safe, now it don't. Also, another place that used to feel safe was the Walmart. I remember the Walmart. The Walmart in like Knoxville area, there are 2 Walmarts. There's one in Knoxville and one in Seville. One in Knoxville, pretty sure it's kind of bad. It's a typical Walmart in a redneck, whatever the heck. And the one in Seville used to be really nice. I used to go there a lot. I really liked it. It was nice. Parking lot was usually half empty at most. I mean, half full at most, whatever. It was a nice place. And now it's turning into this whole other thing. There are shootings happening at the Walmart, and every time you go there, parking lot is full, and all these big thugs walking around. Go to Walmart at 12 a.m. trying to pick up a new gun. These big thugs walking around over there. It's scary. And the shelves are always empty now. So all these thugs like take all the darn toilet paper, go stack up in the basement where the heck. Another thing I'm pretty sure lots of people here are stacking up in their basement is gasoline and laundry hampers. You know, gotta fill up the gas. Gas could run out. Lots of gas stations here, of course, are out of gas because of rednecks filling up plastic bags with them. And gas stations are kind of packed now, you know. Thing is, there's a meme I saw. People have legit plastic grocery bags of gasoline lying around their house, and they're too scared to get a COVID-19 vaccine. Like, jeez. I got vaccinated. I got the first dose. I'm getting the second dose in a few days. Can't wait. And the thing is, I'm the only other than my mom and my dad, I'm the only darn person in this whole section of the planet who's getting the vaccine. Every person I ask I go to school and I'm telling people, like, hey, I've been vaccinated. You want to get the vaccine? They're like, no, it's dangerous. I don't want it because it's new. Or, like, their parents won't let them get it. Like, I'm the only one who's getting the vaccine. Everybody, it's gonna suck because there's gonna be COVID. COVID's gonna be here like the flu. Like, it can be eradicated, but everybody must be vaccinated. Of course, all the rednecks don't want that because the Fox News host is a anti-vacciner. It's gonna cause a big public health hazard. Everybody's gonna be dying. This place is gonna look like The Walking Dead in about 2 years. He looks like The Walking Dead after midnight at Walmart. Instead of watching The Walking Dead, which sucks, is get the real life experience and go out to Walmart or go outside in 2 years because everybody hasn't got vaccinated because they think vaccine's dangerous and it's gonna put alien eggs in you or something stupid. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there have been people who've actually filled plastic grocery store bags they got from Kroger with gasoline. There's this picture I saw of this lady filling at a gas station with a gas pump, pouring in a basket that looks like this thing right here. This thing. In one of these. And I pray to God that there is a plastic bag that the camera is not picking up in there because it's clear. Like, this, would you put gasoline in this? Like, geez. Pretty sure in a few years I'm not gonna have problems with gasoline running out, whatever. I'm planning on getting an electric car. Whether Well, electric cars are really good now. The electric semi-trucks now are so good. They're really fast, and I like electric cars, okay? And there are a lot of Teslas I've been seeing around here. I saw two at the hardware store the other day. A Model S and another model, I don't know the models, but Tesla. And, I think there's only like one charging station. It's right next to it's like right down there next to my house. Well, I might as well just, it's right next to my house, so I can't really go on long trips or whatever. Talk about electric cars all day. I'm not gonna be buying cars for a long time. Just keep a regular car. By the time I'm gonna be buying cars, there are gonna be charging stations on every corner, and electric cars are gonna be like 5 times the car they are now. It's like a modern electric car is like 10 times the car as one in 2012 or something. Man, in a few years I'm gonna be like a king. I'm gonna feel like a king driving an electric car with a coat and myself being vaccinated. Like, oh, I'm vaccinated. What about gas? Like, oh, you idiot. I'm gonna be the sole survivor in this place in the next 2 years. Be like, everybody's gonna be dead, and I'm gonna be here in my basement like I am now. This isn't a basement, but well. Oh, if anybody I know is watching this, don't tell me. I'm not making fun of you if you don't want the vaccine. I was talking about some other person that I don't think doesn't watch my videos. That whatever. So there's one thing I've wanted to get off my chest for a while. Fox News brainwashes you. There, I said it. I mean it. Well, Fox News basically. The one and really only step in the brainwashing is you convince somebody that what they know on a subject or anything or everything at all is what they know is fake. You gotta convince them that what they know is fake, and they will probably instinctively listen to you and believe whatever you say. And they definitely will believe whatever you say if you tell them that what you say is right and what they believe is wrong. And I'm pretty sure Fox News says a bunch of stuff about how the other news channels are fake, that what they say is fake, and what they say is right or something. So people will listen to them, brainwashing, and they turn everybody into anti-vacciners. The Fox News host is an anti-vaxxer. I don't like that. So I may or may not have told. Yeah, I may. I told one of my friends who is kind of a bit crazy, but I told him that I kind of like Biden. That's what I said, and he made sure that all the Trump supporters know that. I almost got beat up by it. Every time he's like, "Look, I'm gonna tell everybody I'm a Biden supporter. They're gonna pull out machetes." Jeez, like don't. Mistake. I should have told him that. I don't know. I'm not that big of ones. Well, I had two choices. During the election, I had two choices. This guy or this guy. The other guy is horrible, and the other guy is okay. And, I obviously picked the other guy. But still, like, you should... I watched a compilation of Biden stuttering. It was hilarious. He has a bad stuttering problem he has his whole life. But if he had dementia and Alzheimer's, like we know, the country would be falling apart by now. But nope, he don't. I'm gonna shut up about politics. See this fan right here? It hasn't been turned on in a very long time. It's sagging, and like a year ago, a house centipede crawled into it. So I turned it on. I think it's gonna explode and slice my face off. So many house centipedes, and I live down here. I haven't seen very many. I haven't seen any now, but house centipedes, man. They are they're fast and they're dumb, basically. One time I shot one with a Nerf gun off the ceiling. The other time there's another one on the ceiling. It managed to get under that thing. I haven't seen it since. And thing is, it can get pretty big. But the ones here are too dumb to get that big. Because this is what they do. They crawl up on some wall and they sit there for hours at a time. And then in the morning, I come down, there's some dumb centipede up there. I go, it's still there, and then I get a paper towel and deal with it. Like, what? And the thing is, they can bite too. I didn't know that, but they can bite. But you have to, like, pick it up, and that's one thing I'll never do. But they're actually kind of good to have. House centipedes that live here might be the only reason that I don't get roaches or anything. Pretty sure I saw one roach there over here one time, and I dealt with it, and I haven't seen it in years. I haven't seen another one in years. House centipedes are good to have because they eat ants, roaches, and all that stuff. So they keep other bugs out, but they let themselves in, and they're dumb. I guess I'm actually turning on a fan like it explodes and a centipede flies out. Also, my mom was talking about turning this place down here into a bedroom for me. She's like, this could be my bedroom. Like, oh, I can't wait for this to be your bedroom. I'm like, no. I'm gonna wake up with a damn centipede up my ass, man. Centipedes. Which is why I think bedrooms are good on a second floor. Second story. If I'm ever gonna get another house, other than this one, because this one's the best house in existence, probably live forever, but I'll get one. You should get one of the second story, because the bugs are on the first floor, and they don't really go on the second floor unless you scare them with a vacuum cleaner, and they run up the stairs and under your door in your face like that one centipede did that one Friday, and well, you don't get them in your bed. That's why. And it is possible to get house centipedes in your bed. Ever since I put it in the garden beds, I've seen house centipedes at the garden beds, and I think they all moved out in the garden. I'm pretty sure all the other bugs are scared to come in here, so. Also, there's pine mulch around, so that's insect. Pine mulch is insect repellent, I think. That's why I don't get termites, which is good. I've also gotten regular centipedes down here. This one year, there were a bunch of regular centipedes, and I don't like them. Those things, they will bite. And ew. I much prefer house centipedes than regular centipedes. Thing is, like, a long time ago, I don't know if it was a roach or not, but I think it was. It didn't run away when it saw me, like roaches do. It just sat there like an idiot with all the other bugs. Pretty sure the pine mulch messes with them, then they get drunk off of it or something. They walk in, they can't think nothing, and then they get squished. Well, bugs. Also, it's cicada season. My backyard is literally covered in cicadas, and those things are dumb. So there's these shells literally covering grass and stuff, and they chose the places they chose to hatch out of their shells are the playset and my grapevines and the trees on the borderline of my property or whatever. Now, if I ever eat those grapes I'm growing, I'm gonna have to wash all of the cicada poop off them. I was picking radishes one time, and there was a cicada on a leaf. It was crawling around, and then it saw me and it stopped, and it just sat there. That's what they do. Whenever the cicadas see me, they stop and they stare at me. Also, there are a bunch of frogs here. Like, there's a pond or a river or something down the neighborhood, and like for the past few days, I've been hearing frogs, like, just like the cicadas, like a constant humming of cicadas. Now there's a constant humming of frogs because they eat all the cicadas. Also, I've been getting toads and stuff in my backyard too. And frogs are actually a good sign. That means the ecosystem or wherever you live in is healthy and not really polluted. Because frogs, they can't live in polluted lakes. And that means your land is healthy. That's what frogs mean and stuff. And toads. I've been getting toads, not frogs, though. And also the birds and my dog have been going crazy because of all the cicadas. When I was on the interstate, all I can hear was cicadas. Thing is, I also get crane flies too. Those things are gross. Whenever they fly in the wall, it's the wings like This is what they sound like when they fly. And cicadas also sound like that. When they flap, it's like a bird. And they also make a growling noise, like cicadas. Gross. There was this one day I went out with 2 jars to collect the shells. You know, 'cause why not? And I filled 2 jars out of like a few spots, and there's still like a bunch. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with 2 jars of cicada shells, but I'll put them up for eBay if you want to buy them. I don't care. I don't know what the heck else to talk about. Early in the first video, I already got off all those crazy stories I had. And also, lots of the people I've talked about in these stories, I'm pretty sure were handicapped, so that just makes it horrible. Like, I'm not... Okay, let's make a disclaimer here. I'm not making fun or hating anybody. I don't hate anyone for any reason. No matter what, I do not genuinely hate anybody. So, I'm not hating on groups of people or anything, no. And if anybody's watching this, I don't know. If anyone I know is watching this, just, I don't know. Pretty sure I should stop talking about this stuff. I just feel like if anybody gets hold that I said I like Biden better than the other guy, then they're gonna come to my house at 3 a.m. and poop in my socks and shave my head or something. I don't know. Also, there's one time, there's a Kmart here, and it's been abandoned for a while because Kmart's shut down. And abandoned parking lot, and there's a rally going on. You know, the rallies you get here, the T red, whatever that rallies, you probably know what I'm talking about. And well, that's what happened. But still, lots of people like that or whatever. Like, I don't know. What I'm saying is, some people will come. I'm not just singling out one group of people. You probably know what I'm talking about. But lots of people will come after you with weapons and guns if they get word that you support the guys that they hate or something. And that scares me. That's why you shouldn't put political stickers on your car. You shouldn't really put candidates like stickers or whatever the heck on your car or signs for a guy who's supporting your house, because anybody who doesn't like that guy will rob your car or your house or whatever. Let's say you have a Bernie Sanders sticker, a bumper sticker on your car, and this guy absolutely hates Bernie Sanders. He's like, he sees your car and he's like, oh, the guy's a Bernie supporter. And then he sees you getting in there. Then he knows you're a Bernie supporter. And then it makes you a target. And if he wants, say there's this crazy guy who's killing Bernie supporters, he will know you're a Bernie supporter and he will come after and kill you. And possibly break in your car and rob your things. Like, that's more likely to happen. They'll probably break your windows or something. Yeah, I guess political stickers kind of make you a target for people who want to hurt, rob, or kill supporters like you and all the supporters of the guy you support, basically. Hold on, I'm just gonna say this. Do you see people who I have seen lots of stickers with the F word and the word Biden on it, and flags and stuff. But do you see flags and stickers on people's trucks of the F word and, I don't know, Trump? Like, do you see F Trump and F you for voting for Trump stickers? Do you see, or I really don't. I don't really see that. And I don't think it was ever January 6th. I don't think anybody and do you see, like, Bernie supporters or let me say that when Hillary lost, did you see people raiding the Capitol building and putting up flags that say F Trump and F you for voting for him on there? Do you see riots and rallies happening all the time? Like, no. And I was kind of nervous around that rallies. I knew that if they got word that I'm not that big a fan of Donald, then they probably do something. There's also probably a reason why I didn't get a picture of Mannequin Joe. He probably pulled out a rocket launcher with Trump 2020 on it or something. Because I don't hate Trump supporters, or I don't hate anybody, no. Yeah, that's the disclaimer I wanted to get out. Okay, enough garbage about politics that I thought up in the shower when I had a sugar rush from drinking 3-4 sodas a day. Let's talk about some conspiracy theories. So, I'm pretty sure I might become. I don't know. So, the Pentagon has released videos of UFOs and said they're real. That's what happened. Why? This isn't in the news a lot. Like, it's on YouTube a lot, but not on the news a lot. It's conspiracy theory. Like, yeah, I just need to know what the heck happened. The Pentagon released videos of UFOs, said they're UFOs, and said they're real. This is huge. This doesn't prove that aliens exist. They just prove that the UFOs exist. Like, could be Nazis that survived World War II flying them for like, it's probably more likely for that than aliens, but this is crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure the whole UFO thing goes a lot deeper, and the truth behind UFOs is probably something nobody's thought of yet. But still, the darn Pentagon released videos and said they're real. At least I think they did. I hope they did, because if the whole thing's a hoax, then I'm gonna sound like an idiot. And also, the Navy has patents for UFO technology and stuff. Infographic show. I was watching the infographic show, and they said the Navy had patents for UFOs. And like, there is some. What I'm saying is there is advanced technology out there, and the Navy has some. I don't know. Somebody somewhere, probably not the U.S. government, probably a group of people living underground. I don't know, but somebody somewhere has UFO technology. If this is a hoax, then I hope it's not. It's gonna sound like an idiot. Like, I already do sound like an idiot. God, these past few years have been horrible. They've been horrible, and oh yeah, conspiracy theories is what I'm talking about. Lots of people believe in these ridiculous conspiracy theories. Like, lots and lots of people believe in the Illuminati and lizard people. So the thing about the Illuminati is a group of like 8 people, a group of people, the most rich, powerful people on the planet, and they control the world. And apparently the president takes his orders from the Illuminati, which is crazy sounding. And lots of people think the Illuminati is actually made up of aliens, which would be even more scary. And they think it's made of lizard aliens. And the guy that bombed Nashville, like, a few months ago, the capital of my state, believed in lizard aliens and the Illuminati and all that crap. I mean, lizard people, reptilians, that is dumb. And the whole Illuminati thing, that sounds more like a plot to a sci-fi movie than an actual legit theory or something. It sounds more like a sci-fi movie. And all these people think COVID's a big. Lots and lots of people pretty sure still think that COVID is a hoax made up by the government, made by the Democrats to control you, and lockdowns are to control you. They made up a big COVID. Like, that is a ridiculous conspiracy theory. And a government could make up it sounds kind of plausible. Like, it sounds plausible. A government could make up a pandemic to control its population better, but that is not what is happening. Like, like, why are other countries have lockdowns and stuff? Like, is the whole world being controlled by reptilians? No, that is not what is happening. That is something a sci-fi movie dystopia would do. Like, that is a movie cinema dystopia. That is something a dystopia would do. Or maybe North Korea. But North Korea and communist countries, Soviet Union, modern China, are like the closest things to a film dystopia ever. And the United States probably the best closest thing to a utopia ever. And lots of people through history that have tried to build utopias have failed, and I don't think it's a good idea. It's not a good idea to make utopias because really, it's not utopias aren't possible. You can't build unless we rewire our brains to get rid of crime or whatever. And a utopia is not possible. That's why I was kind of scared. It's the whole thing on January 6th. Like, this one lady on a video, she's from Knoxville, Tennessee, right next to where I live, and she was there, and she said, she was like, my name is Mimi. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's a revolution. It's a revolution. That I really hope, like all these rednecks that really hate people because they were brainwashed by somebody into hating somebody. Uh, the thought of a revolution happening here is terrifying. This has got to be the best run government ever in history. This is the best place to live here. We got the big like, this is the one darn country you can feel safe, really. You're not getting invaded because they got the biggest military. No country even think of invading us. We're in between two oceans, which is good. Our government works great, democracy and stuff, and that's why one of the reasons I love the USA. And the thought of our government being overthrown and replaced by some fascist redneck government is just horrible. So these past few years have our country's probably been the most divided since the Civil War, and I really hope another. I don't think that's not gonna happen now with Joe as president, but Civil War, man, like we're divided in Civil War. Like, gee, hate for another Civil War to happen here. Gee. And here's the video. This lady from the city that I go to and live next to. She thought the riots on January 6th she was joining in, and she said it was a revolution. And she was crying because as soon as she walked in, she was pushed out by the National Guard. And she's like, hey, I don't get to go in. The revolution, I'm gonna miss it. Like Lenin during the Russian Revolution. Oh, I'm gonna miss my revolution. Also, communism was actually ruined. Communism was ruined by Stalin. So the actually of course, the infographic show, communism was meant to protect democracy from something, I forgot the heck, the super PACs, whatever the heck those are, and all of them. I don't think the U.S. is much of a democracy anymore, really. Probably not going to be for the next few years. Super PACs have been issued by the U.S. government, and communism, the whole thing was thought up by some German guy in 1887 to protect democracy from super PACs. But then Stalin comes along, uses communism to turn himself into the dictator of everything, basically. And then Stalin turned communism, this horrible, evil thing, the closest thing to pure evil, to help himself, because Stalin was horrible. And he was made Person of the Year in like 1947 or something, which is. Oh, I'm pretty sure he killed a lot more people than Hitler. He did. Hitler killed 6 million. Stalin killed like probably 20 or 24 million, which is like 4 times as many. Stalin was real bad. And also, Stalin was paranoid to eat food from White House, the whatever the heck in Moscow. He didn't trust his crooks. One thing, he was very paranoid about being betrayed. And actually, when he was betrayed by Hitler in World War II, he actually did not leave his office for a week. He sat in there. God knows what the heck he did in there. His greatest fear was true betrayal, and that really messed him up, I'm pretty sure. He was already very messed up. And that's why he killed everybody, because if you did not worship Stalin and not communism, Stalinism, like God, then you will be arrested by the KGB, tied to a chair, beaten, interrogated, or either sent to a war camp to become a slave and work to death, or be shot. That's it. That's the Soviet Union. And man, am I glad for free speech in this country. Like the stuff even if we lived in like a communist country, and some of the stuff I probably said about our leader back in 28, our the former guy, pretty sure I would be arrested and shot. Like I wouldn't be fined or I'd be shot. That's the Soviet Union. Like they're not fined if you say something bad about the leader or legit in the Soviet Union, your neighbor or whatever. Like somebody doesn't like you, they could go to the KGB like, hey, he's talking smack about Stalin, and then they get killed. That's what. Like it's not like a fine or jail time for a little bit, execution or slave labor. That's horrible. And nobody today knows that. Nobody today knows that Stalinism, communism is like horrible. Nobody knows that. Everybody now thinks all the stuff during the Cold War about communism is a big overreaction. Like, oh, those guys were idiots. Like, paranoid of communism. Like, oh, they probably were, and they kind of were. But still, communism, it wasn't as big of an overreaction. Like, it's bad. Communism's bad. Then people say the Democrats were communists. Like, that's ridiculous. Because they're not. Communism is bad. The reason not really many people know much about Stalin is that, because they kept it secret, and the Soviets, just like the Chinese, they cover up stuff unnecessary. They unnecessary cover ups. That's why COVID spread. They didn't try to stop COVID, they just covered it up like idiots. They unnecessary cover ups. It doesn't make you look cool or whatever. Unnecessary cover ups. They make you look like you're hiding something, and they make you look very suspicious, make you look sus, and they just ruin your image. And then COVID got out because the Chinese didn't do nothing about it, and they covered it up. Nope. Also, back to what I was saying. Stalin was paranoid about eating food from because he thinks it was poison. His cooks were trying to poison him, whatever. And I'm gonna say this: Trump is also paranoid about that. He sent Secret Service people to go to McDonald's and get him food because he's paranoid about the cooks poisoning him. He's always paranoid about being poisoned by his cooks. And also, whenever somebody doesn't worship him like God, he fires them. Stalin don't worship him like God, you get turned into a slave or shot. Trump, he fires you. That's a comparison that I've noticed that I'll just say once. I'm not trying to say anything bad, but because that's just a comparison. Stalin was way, way worse, and I hope nobody like that will ever get in power ever again anywhere. Man, everybody's been just full of hate. Everybody's hate, just like we've been divided last year. And we've been divided and hating each other. And I kind of blame the former guy for that because he spread hate and division. And I was filled with hate. I have anger and just anger, basically. It's like everybody is, and that is bad. If you fill people with anger in your country, will have a civil war or revolution, or you'll get assassinated. Like you can spread anger. There'll also be people angry at you, and they will hate you. If you spread enough of it, you could end up being assassinated by some guy who you filled with anger and that hates you. Like Don't do that. Like, everybody legit thinks that Biden's gonna ruin the country. He's gonna raise all our taxes, and he's not. He actually cares about the middle class, something the former guy really doesn't. He cares about middle and lower class. The only people he will even consider or raise taxes will be those 1% wealthy idiots that keep all the money to themselves. They listen. For sure, every 1%er pays less taxes than you do. Regular people pay like thousands, like $1,000 something in taxes, and really rich corporations, they only pay like a few cents every whatever the heck years, and they pay $0. And also, in the span of 15 years, you would likely pay about $16,000 in taxes. And in the span of 15 years, Donald has only paid $750 in taxes. That is some mega tax evasion. That he is guilty of tax evasion, no doubt. We found the loopholes. Like, no, that's tax evasion. Like, people, rich idiots, loopholes and tax evasion, and the IRS does nothing. And when you forget to pay like an extra cent, you get jail. IRS coming for me. And Biden knows this, I'm pretty sure. And he's gonna raise taxes like $2 for 1%ers, basically. And he's actually probably gonna probably see some tax cuts here, maybe. He's gonna help us out. He's helping us out. He's giving us lots and lots of money, and we need it. He's helping out the middle class. What I'm trying to say is that the Democrats and Biden will not screw anything up. They won't screw anything up, and they will help us out. And these 4 years will be great. By 2024, there gonna be people on the moon again. Like, that's great. Also, I'm very passionate about space exploration and stuff, because space. I'll probably talk about that in another video, but we're going to the moon in these 4 years. Also, I was watching a speech by Biden. He said something about no more postponement for moon missions, and that got me real excited. Like, yeah, back to the moon, man. Yeah. Also, NASA does not need to be defunded. It uses very little money, and it's very good. Pretty sure we could probably reduce like a few bucks on our military spending, but actually no, because China, I don't trust them. Anyway, if a country were rising in power and military and stuff like India or something, I probably wouldn't care about that. But China is horrible. The government's horrible. They're commies, of course, and they treat their whole country like a jail. Yeah. YouTube is banned there, all this stuff's banned there. There's surveillance cameras every 24 inches, and it's in jail. And then also they spy on African countries and stuff. All this crap about Africa, they're trying to get the whole continent of Africa to ally with them. And they build all these buildings for Africa, but they bug. Like, they build this one country in 2013 or something, they built a new government building for this African nation, and they bugged it. They put microphones everywhere on the walls and everything, hacked the computers, and they were sending government information and spying on people and the government of this one nation to Shanghai, basically. Like, that's not, no. And I would hate a country like, I just hate China getting into space, because they are getting into space. They'll probably get to the moon before we will, America, which is bad. If they get control of the moon and space, they could easily ban the U.S. from launching satellites. They could shoot down those satellites from space. And I don't want China becoming the top power in space, because the government is horrible. There's India. I think India, we should ally with them. Also, China is treating India like crap. India's rising in power. India's not that good. Terrible to live there, probably, but Well, they're not total idiot, horrible people like Chinese government officials. So it's like the Cold War. In the 80s and the 70s and 60s and stuff, everybody was scared of the Soviet Union. We were head to toe the Soviet Union, and now in 2021, that's China, basically. It's like a new Cold War with China. But I heard that in the news one time, like there's a new Cold War kind of happening with China. Oof. Lots of people blame. Of course, I blame China for COVID getting out, kind of. Well, they not doing anything about it and covering up like idiots really helped COVID spread everywhere. But everybody only blames China for COVID spreading. Like, no, listen. Everybody knows Trump was very slow to react to COVID. And I really think he wasn't slow to react. He did not care at all. When he was presented with like COVID numbers, like previous president, this many people have COVID. Like, what are you gonna say about the COVID numbers? He's like, it is what it is. That's what he said. It is what it is. And this one reporter talked about COVID, like, Mr. President, what are you going to say to Americans who are scared? Like, people buying toilet paper, scared to death of COVID. Like, sir, what are you going to explain to your people who are scared of this pandemic? And this is what he said. He's like, I think you're a bad reporter. And then he yelled at her. And then he left the stage or something stupid. I don't know. That is horrible. It's horrible, basically. He doesn't care about his own darn people. He don't care about his people. And it is kind of his fault for COVID spreading a lot. Like, what I mean is, him not giving a crap about people dying really helped COVID spread everywhere. Remember when he said he'd build a wall? Like, he didn't build a wall. The only thing of a wall is like a fence that fell down, I'm pretty sure. He didn't even build a wall. Remember he said he'd build a wall? Like, no. He says he will do these things, but he doesn't do them. He said, yeah, we're going to have a new healthcare plan. We're going to have this. We're going to have the vaccines, and he doesn't do anything. Oh, excuse me. Man, those Cokes really do something to you. Coca-Colas. Hey, man. I'm just gonna get one more thing out. Let's talk about Trump the whole time. Uh, there were horrible U.S. presidents, but there have been none as bad as the former guy. Uh, has a president ever ordered an insurrection on the Capitol building to keep his power? Like, no. During the Capitol building, these people were marching in. They set up a noose outside and they had zip ties. Like they were going to capture the people in there and hang them. Because there was a noose and they had zip ties. Like, I wonder what they're going to do, though. And everybody said, all these idiots, like, he said it was peaceful. He said to go peacefully protest. No, he didn't. This is what happened. I watched him give a speech. He was up there babbling. This is what Trump said. He was like, fight like hell. You either fight like hell or you won't have a country. That's what he said. He said it. And if you doubt it, you're dumb. Basically. He told them to fight like hell or they won't have a country. And when the January 6th riot happened, he sat in the White House with a TV screen watching it. He wasn't calling National Guard. He sat there, he watched it. Like, I'm pretty sure he was watching it to make sure it was going to plan, and when it didn't accomplish whatever, he probably threw a big tantrum or something. He ordered it. He ordered it. The president ordered an insurrection. No president has ever done that, and that really, for me, bumps him up to number one worst president in our country's history. And he probably will be the worst ever. Like, I don't think a president, I hope not. I hope another president won't order an insurrection. Like, jeez. That's something crazy dictators in like Rome did. Like these crazy dictators. That's a crazy dictator thing to do. Also, he thinks of himself as more of a dictator. Yeah, a dictator than a president. I just wanted to say that. Alright, it's late and I'm sitting in my basement. I had a free Coke today, and I'm gonna stop ranting about stuff. I just make a disclaimer. Anybody I know watches this, I don't hate you, okay? I'm gonna say that. If they feel that I hate you or a group of people that I was talking about or that one guy, I don't. Just I just wanted to get my thoughts out about the former guy. And like Biden said, I'm just gonna quit talking about him. It's good just to quit talking about the former guy and move on and heal and just move on as a nation. Whatever the heck. Right, make sure these cicadas don't fly into the windows. Right. 51 minutes of me talking about random stuff. Okay, I'm done. Good night. Thank you for watching. If you watched it all the end, congratulations. You're gonna get rewarded with a bottle of Coca-Cola shoved in the toilet at 3 a.m. by my dog. Alright. Good night.